Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, the Hut, and welcome back to the Football Hut. I hope you like this video and subscribe. So I'm going to talk about some possible shocking trades that could happen for 6 players that are on bad teams right now, struggling teams, and one of them includes Saquon Barkley. You want to know what's going to happen, you need to subscribe to this channel, and of course leave comments in the comment section. This is from the Bleacher Report. 6 shocking NFL trades for Saquon Barkley and other stars on struggling teams after Week 4. Although the NFL's offseason is a thing of the past, trade rumors and hints of movement have yet to quiet down. For many stars, the early struggles have seen some frustrations rise to an all-time high, whether it be from a lack of team or individual success. Idolizing greener pastures often remains in the forefront of talents looking for an opportunity elsewhere. It takes 2 to iron out a deal. However, it's amazing how quick a deal can weld together when desperate times call for desperate measures, and teams are searching for a final piece of the puzzle and future capital. Now winless or sub-500 football through 4 weeks won't ultimately make or break a campaign's overall success, but as the true contenders begin to separate themselves, phone calls and phone lines will heat up quickly. An immediate impact talent from teams that fail to meet expectations is always a focus point for title contenders. For the struggling Minnesota Vikings, Cincinnati Bengals, and others, reality has quickly set in. For the Vikings, is Kirk Cousins the future under center? As Cincinnati, without T. Higgins' name, has been thrown around the trade block for months. Here we'll dive into, and here they say they will dive into trade packages that make sense financially for some of the league's biggest names. While the teams currently might not have enough cap space to swing these deals, they could try to restructure contracts or make other moves as needed. First up, Saquon Barkley to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, let's see what they're going to put. The Giants receive a 2024 second-round pick and a 2025 fourth-round pick and the Bucs will pick up running back Saquon Barkley. When he's healthy, Barkley has proven to be one of the NFL's top running backs. The 2018 number 2 overall pick has yet to play a full season since his rookie year, however. With things looking bleak for the 1-3 Giants, moving on from Barkley could be in the cards for general manager Joe Schoen. The team has Matt Breida, Gary Brightwell, and dual all-rookie talent Eric Gray from Oklahoma to carry the load in the meantime. Tampa Bay has $62 million in 2024 cap room that should allow to give Barkley, a multi-year contract. He's currently on a 1-year, $10.1 million franchise tag. His ability, coupled with pass catchers Mike Evans and Chris Goodwin on the perimeter, would force teams to pick their poison defensively. Okay, Davante Adams to the Buffalo Bills. The Bills would receive, the Raiders would receive the 2024 first-round pick and the 2025 third-round pick. And the Bills would get wide receiver Davante Adams. A Week 4 drubbing of the Miami Dolphins showcased just how the Bills could be in 23. Although they've lost in the AFC playoffs 4 years in a row, the Bills could be a Davante Adams trade away from getting over the hump for their first ever Super Bowl. Gabe Davis is a fine second option to Stephon Diggs, but Adams is an entirely different caliber of player who would have elevated the Buffalo offense to new heights. The Bills only have $2.6 million in cap space this year and are projected to be over the cap for the 24 season, but they don't have much invested in the receiver room outside of Diggs. Perhaps they could convince themselves that the duo of Adams and Diggs in tandem with Josh Allen could reap massive rewards. GM Brandon Beane would have to get creative from a cap perspective, but acquiring Adams would signal that the Bills are all in on winning this year's Super Bowl. Next up, Kirk Cousins to the New England Patriots. The Vikings would receive a 2024 second-round pick and a 2025 fourth-round pick, and the Pats would pick up quarterback Kirk Cousins. With the most cap space available of any team in 24, the Patriots have the finance to give him an extension to be their starting quarterback for several years. Mac Jones doesn't look to be the answer right now for head coach Bill Belichick, and losing simply doesn't exist in the DNA of the future Hall of Famer. With similar skill set to that of Jones, both make their money inside of structure. Cousins' transition period could be seamless with Bill O'Brien's offense. The Vikings drafted former BYU signal caller Jaren Hall on day 3 this spring. He isn't Cousins, but trading Cousins would free up money and allow him to showcase if he could be the guy moving forward. If he isn't, Minnesota would have New England's second rounder and its own first-round pick to potentially grab a quarterback in the position-rich 2024 draft. T. Higgins to the Arizona Cardinals is something interesting. The Bengals would receive the 2024 second-round pick, 24 fifth-round pick, and the 2025 third-round pick. And the Cardinals would receive wide receiver T. Higgins. This would be an addition for both now and the future in Arizona. The Cardinals are projected to have more than $50 million in cap space in 24, while SportTrack estimates T. Higgins' annual market value to be $22.6 million. If they traded for him, they'd have a new number 1 target for whomever lines are under center next fall. Meanwhile, Cincinnati will get Higgins out of the AFC, could give Jamar Chase a hefty extension next offseason, and would enable rookie wideouts Charlie Jones and Andre Iosivas to step into larger roles. By not relinquishing either of their first-round picks in this package, the Cardinals could potentially start fresh next season with USC's Caleb Williams or North Carolina's Drake May at quarterback with Higgins, Marquise Brown, and Michael Wilson as his top 3 weapons. Patrick Surtain II to the Detroit Lions. The Broncos would receive the 2024 first-round pick, the 2024 third-round pick, the 25 second-round pick, and the Lions would receive cornerback Patrick Surtain II. After trading the 2020 number 3 overall pick Jeff Okudu to the Falcons this offseason, the Lions could further cement themselves as NFC contenders by adding Patrick Surtain II. Surtain is under contract to the 24th season, and the Lions could exercise his 5th-year option next spring. They'd have the remainder of the year to plug him in and evaluate him before working on an extension. The Lions are projected to be within the top 10 league-wide of cap space in both 24 and 25. Surtain would immediately boost the Lions' secondary while providing a hefty amount of draft capital to Denver in return. And finally, Budda Baker. Budda Baker to the Philadelphia Eagles. The Cardinals would receive a 2024 second-round pick, 2025 third-round pick, and defensive lineman Marlon Tipolotu. The Eagles will receive safety Budda Baker. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson was critical to the Eagles' defense last season. He was tied for the league lead interception as the glue on the back end. With Gardner-Johnson now in Detroit and nickel corner Avonte Maddox on injured list, the Eagles could round out one of the NFL's most feared units by adding Budda Baker. A 3-level defender, Baker isn't afraid to carry pass catchers in man or attack alleys and the run game. Budda will provide a pop behind his pads that Eagles fans haven't seen from the safety spot since Brian Dawkins was in town. Although the Eagles selected Sidney Brown for a third-round pick this spring, Budda Baker is a win-now type of defender whose aggressiveness and throwback style of play would fit seamless into Sean Dassey's defensive architecture. With more than $47 million in cap space to work with next offseason, the Eagles could even extend Budda Baker if they see fit. Budda Baker. Now, please, of course, subscribe to the Football Hut and let me know what you think about this video. And I just love the name Budda Baker. I'll say it again, Budda Baker. And thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I'll see you later.